Thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Of
Camilla.
course. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very excited about the movie. I did get to watch it and I about like sobbed laughing my butt off at certain parts of the movie. It was so funny and just so great. I really enjoyed it. Um so
Yeah, I love hearing that.
yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I have 7-year-old twin girls and they
Ooh.
are literally like the embodiment of Anya. So they love the show and they had a blast.
Oh,
It was
that's
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
What's their opinion on peanuts?
They love peanuts.
Of course.
So I'm
Of
like,
course they do.
It's like I need to talk to the voice actress and be like, are you actually like, have you been taking notes on my kids? Because she acts like both of them. But so I do have a few questions. And some of them are just for giggles and for just to have fun. Um, I have here. So for let me see which one I want to go with. Actually, let's just do this one. All three of you guys can answer in whatever order you'd like. If you could play any other role in Spy Family, which one would you play and why?
I mean, I will tell you, I'll be completely honest. When I saw Frankie, I would have loved to play him because he's so funny. And then I saw Anthony Bowling, and I'm like, I mean, why would I even dream of it not being Anthony Bowling and being me? No. But yeah, he's another comic relief character, and that's like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I would love to play Anya. They have never cast a single little girl in my 20 years of voicing for that studio.
Never
It's
say
time to get
never.
my lawyers involved, quite frankly. I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know the show well enough to answer that, but I do know in the movie, I really, and I don't know the character's name and the actor's name. Maybe you know, Tyler, the Dimitri and Lucas boss.
Oh yeah,
nonsense military guy.
yeah.
Oh
Played
yeah.
Swayze.
Yeah, Swayze nailed that so well. When I heard Swayze's voice in the booth, I said, "Oh, that'd be fun to be that guy." I love being the. I've done a lot of the stern military guys. It just sounded
Right.
fun, but he nailed it so well. I wouldn't recast him, but I had fun with my part.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna go with Bond because playing dogs is really fun.
Yeah, I love Bond. Bond is so like he is so well done. You do it so well. Like just the voice that you give him and the personality you give him is hilarious. I too have a big old doggo, but his name is Bo. Close enough.
Oh.
And my girls always compare Bo to Bond, and they're like, "Oh, this is so funny. It'd be funny if he was thinking this, or if you could see the future and we couldn't say anything." I'm like, "Yeah, you're pretty
You
funny."
you have a real life counterpart for everything in the movie.
Actually, yeah, it's like I'm not even gonna say I'm definitely not an assassin, but I have martial arts skills. So
Oh.
I'm really sure. That's great. So this is for let's go with Lindsay. Where do you get, or actually, how do you feel knowing that like a lot of people are like, oh my God, Nightfall, no, like she is hilarious, but like everybody's like, nope, Lloyd is totally yours. Do not like pass and do not collect. Just nope. Like, how do you feel about people's reception of Nightfall?
It's about what I expected that it would be. Actually, I will say that I've been surprised at how many people love the character because my expectation was that it was just going to be everybody, hating on her because heard a lot of people have nicknamed her the home wrecker for obvious reasons.
Right.
And so, my expectation coming into it was that everyone would hate her and would be very upset at her trying to meddle in their relationship. But no, a lot of people really love her. I think because she's just funny. She's a fun character. And I don't mind at all the people who really dislike the character because I think that any good series or show or movie is going to have characters that you were not rooting for.
No, yeah, for sure.
And that's what makes it interesting and fun and makes it more fun to then root for the other characters that you are rooting for.
Great. Yeah, no, I find her hilarious. Her like internal dialogue is me to a T. Not with Lloyd, of course, but just the way that she's like, oh, like all this exaggeration stuff and everything means something. Like I
Yes,
just love that.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah. I
that.
can definitely relate to the like outwardly trying to seem so cool, calm, and collected, but then inside feeling completely crazy and unhinged and hysterical. Not to the degree I don't think of Nightfall, but
Right.
in a more real world kind of way. I think we can all somewhat relate to that.
For
I don't
sure.
know, maybe Phil and Tyler, maybe you're actually internally like very cool and calm and collected, but I'm not.
Of course. Well, as I gotta say, as a script adapter, some of Nightfall and Twilight's exchanges where they're speaking in code are
Oh,
very
those are
difficult because they
awesome.
don't match flaps.
Yes.
And they're saying two things at once. And my job as a script adapter, which I am for the series,
Oh, neat.
is making the flaps and the words line up and making things sound, like someone would say them, or whatever the metric is for the line, whatever the line needs. And those non-matching flap things are just like
Yeah, that must be maddening.
it breaks your
That's
brain.
insane. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I do love how they can communicate with that. And I had to explain that to my daughters while we're watching, both like parts of the show and the actual movie.
Mhm.
When they're talking and it's completely different, there's the subtitles because they can't
Yeah,
read that fast.
yeah,
So like the little captions. So I always have to like explain, but they think it's awesome that they talk in like spy talk too.
yeah.
It's just neat. Really well done. And Phil, why don't you tell us about Dimitri a little bit and how you prepared for his role?
Oh, well, the directors at Crunchy are the veteran directors like Tyler and Chris George. You come in the booth with no preparation; they've done it all. They know what they want from you, and so I just dove in. When I first saw him, I thought, okay, he's a villain, so I went more menacing, and Chris quickly course corrected me and said, no, this guy's going to have more comic layers to them, and he's got a weird obsession with very arcane new age
Oh, so funny.
ways of chasing his prey. And
Yeah, no, that was I have to say the whole like what's the little thing that the mediums use that just wobbles back and forth, those spirit things, like that was cracking me up.
yeah,
Um
I didn't know the terms for them, but Chris would see them and go, "Oh, is he actually using that? Okay, we'll go with it."
yeah, like, that just cracks me up. He was a very fun character to get introduced to or to, spend time with in the movie. Um and let's see here. I think I might have time to squeeze one more question. I'll ask Tyler this question this time. So speaking of Bond, how did you like get inspiration from him? Like, do you have a dog that you kind of like, oh, I wonder if my dog has this kind of thoughts or like he talks in
Uh,
this voice or
yeah. I mean, I love dogs. We've had several dogs, and our two biggest dogs, who are no longer with us, where one of them was very vocal, and the other one had a very big, mighty pit bull, like, kind of thing. And of course, there's what the Japanese does, and I don't want to like say like, well, my interpretation of the dog is like completely different than what they're doing. So you do kind of you do want to not just go something outside the box for that, but I do think of Bayou and Cosmo, and like Bayou mainly for the barks or the borfs, and Cosmo for more of the whines and squeals and moans and stuff because he was a talker.
oh,
We have a little terrier chihuahua mix, and he barks, but it's not the kind of big sounds that come out of a big dog like Bond.
right. No, I have my dog Bo, he's a blue heeler, and then I have a
Oh,
little dachshund, really
yeah.
cranky little lady. She's old and she's cranky and she likes to yap at everyone and it's that cute little like I mean so much harm, but I'm so small. Like the
I
little
mean,
bark.
and I love dogs. I feel like I've
Yeah.
been training all my life, and I also like playing creatures in general. Like in previous shows that I would direct, I wouldn't give myself like a real, a big part, but if there was a monster or something that just growled or screamed, like I was throwing myself in the booth and recording that because I love doing that.
That's
And it's just
awesome.
fun to just not be a human for a while.
Yeah.
Sure, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that checks out. That's great. And like I said, all of you, the three of you, the entire cast did a phenomenal job with the movie. Um, very entertaining. Like each one of your characters was very like unique and like you guys made them your own. It's very noticeable, like just not just with the skill and talents that you guys have as voice actors, but you guys actually cared about the role and you put like your passion into it, and it just made it so enjoyable. The
Yeah,
movie was
well, we
very
had
enjoyable.
veterans on
Oh yeah.
all sides of this, you know, and you know, a lot of Chris and Michelle directing had a lot of experience, and Jeremy Kratz on the script, and of course, you know, the stellar cast of performers, and that's what happens.
Yeah. And
That's
I'll
the
ask
alchemy that
one.
works.
Oh, so sorry. What did you say?
I said that's the alchemy at work.
Yes, that is. And I just have one last question for all three of you. It's kind of in the same vein as the first question I asked, but in a twist where your characters have to switch roles. So your characters themselves, they have to switch roles and pretend to be a different character or pretend to, I don't know, go in disguise to a con or something. What characters do you think your characters would dress up as?
I
Bond is
think,
kind of limited.
well, he might be like Mr. He might be like Agent Penguin or something,
Oh my God,
you
yes.
know?
Yes. Okay.
That's what I would say.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, I think Dimitri would cosplay Anya
Mhm.
Yeah.
and just, you know, bring the little cake to his
Mhm.
boss
Oh
in
my
hopes of getting out of the
gosh.
assignment.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
My first thought is that Nightfall would dress up as Yor in the hopes that that would somehow help her infiltrate their relationship.
I actually would love to see a showdown of Yor and Nightfall. Just saying. I think it'd
Maybe
be
it's coming. I don't know.
excellent popcorn moment. Like I think it'd just be great because they're both so cool but so different.
Yes,
Besides on the tennis court.
Besides on the tennis court,
right,
of course. Of
right.
course. Yes,
Those
yes, yes.
episodes were really fun.
Yeah, no, that was epic. That was just beautiful. But no, it's great. Like I said, the movie is fantastic. Great job for everyone involved. And I just want to thank you guys for your time for today. That's all the questions I have. And I
Thanks
really
so
appreciate
much.
you guys spending time with me today just to talk about the movie and the show a little bit.
Yeah, of
Great. Well,
course.
thank you so
Happy to
much
do
for
it.
coming.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys take care.
You
You
too.
too. Bye.
Bye.